And we may go a little longer, do a lot of questions. My goal is to answer every single question. And I'm sorry if you hear my boys screaming. They're getting punished right now. They haven't been, let's say, so the challenges of being a parent and running a business, right? So if you have kids, I know how it feels. I apologize in advance if you hear them. Or mommy's really mad and running here to hide. That could happen. So anyway, we're going to talk about 7 closing strategies for social media. This is being recorded, and the recording will be sent out tomorrow. All right. And if you have any questions, I like this chat to be interactive. If you have questions, there's a question tab in there. Put it in there so I don't miss it, and I will answer the questions after towards the end. Okay. I'm going to go through. I promise I'll go through every single question. So here's a bonus for you. I'm going to, by the way, turn off my video. Bonus for you is tag me in the story, and I'll add you to my story. Show me Instagram, go tag me. If you're on Facebook, I don't know if Facebook allows you to tag it as something with the settings, but it even doesn't post something about it. It's really important that you're posting and people are seeing your journey. All right. Share a little bit about me. My purpose is to have a positive impact as many lives as possible. And I believe everyone can earn a part-time income in network marketing. And my mission is to help 1,000 network marketers like yourself get to at least $1,000 a month. And if you're stuck, it's not your fault, okay? There's too many distractions right now. We are in the distraction economy. Type in 1 if you feel there's so many distractions. If it's hard to get focused, now type in 1, all right? Yeah, it's really difficult now. You know, there's so many trainings out there, and they're great trainings, but there's no one to help you take action and implement. And it's hard to be consistent and focused. So a lot of you here are purpose-driven networkers. I'm going to ask you this question. And for those who don't, let me ask you, what is the #1 skill? And this was, by the way, verified by over 500 top leaders I've had on ML Nation. The #1 skill, yes, Dave Barrett, is consistency. Consistency. Because without consistency, you'll never be successful. Without consistency, these 7 closing strategies I'm going to share with you, it's not going to work, right? But I'm here to help you to stay consistent, because consistency creates mastery. You know, I'm a shy, quiet kid from Brooklyn, New York. Once upon a time, I got started in network marketing in 2003. It's 17 years ago. And I had months of struggle, okay? Months of struggle. And this was the hard way. I didn't have a checklist of things I should be doing. There was no one to help me stay consistent. And I'll go through endless trainings, Facebook Live, events. You know, I'll go to events, right? Listen to audios, books, hoping to find the solution. And I was stuck. So if you're stuck, stop beating yourself down. It's not your fault. It's really difficult now. You're busier than ever. How many of you type in a 2, especially those who are maybe in your 30s and above? You're busier now than you were 10 years ago. Type in a 2 if you feel that way. Right? And there's so much info, and it causes over. We live in a society, the smartphone really changed things. Everything's so much faster. And no one teaches you how to be consistent. You know, my turning point for my business was someone helped me become consistent. Okay, someone helped me become consistent, and things started to change. In a new way, is I worked off a checklist, the DMO. Okay, you can get that on our website, the DMO. Number 2 is someone helped me stay consistent as well. I had a mentor that pushed me all the time, and it was someone to hold me accountable. Right? You need those 3 things. Now, this was just share a couple of pages. This was me back. I started building online since 2004. I struggled for months and months. Started building online in early 2004. Eventually built a team of about 200,000 reps of the #1 fastest growing distributor. And then I basically started, just enjoy the fruits of network marketing. Start duplicating, start having a family. And like I said, you may hear the kids run in right now. They're crying. I think they're getting some toys confiscated right now. And, but that's like me. I remember I took this picture. My wife was making breakfast, and, we're rushing off to take the older ones to school, and my youngest is in my arms, right? So I know how it is. My boys now, they're a little bit older. They're 9, 6, and 4, okay? So anyway, I've been a full-time trainer. I got to have a different purpose. I wanted to make an impact, not just in my company, but in the entire network marketing profession. I want to have 1,000 people get to $1,000 a month. And I've been a full-time trainer since 2013, all right? So here are 7 closing strategies for social media recruiting, okay? Let's get your notebooks out and let's get going here. And by the way, tag me in the story. You should take a picture, a screenshot, something like this. You share, you are learning. Okay, I'll talk about why that is important. Okay, here's the number one strategy, which is what I call the pre-close. The pre-close is actually closing before you even present to your prospect. Okay, before you even present to your prospect. So let me ask you this. Which one of these people would you even talk to? I'm not talking about by phone. Who would you talk to? Okay, of these two groups, you can talk to the girls or this guy at the right. Okay, who would you talk to? But never mind even look at a video or present. Who would you talk to? The girls, right? Obviously, I mean, if they came knocking on the door, the guy on the right will probably be worried. The guys and the girls, the girls come knocking, will open the door, probably buy some cookies for them. So here's the thing. Unfortunately, we are this way. I'm not saying it should be this way, but we judge people. We're judgmental. And people judge you based on your profile. People judge you based on your profile. So the first thing you need to do, you need to give your profile an upgrade. Get a good picture. Your profile picture is clear. And I prefer profile picture that only shows you. So when you pop up, it's not a you and someone else. Because sometimes, it looks good on when you're on a profile. But when you're searching for someone or on the comments, right? It's not clear. Have a good picture, face of you. People are judging on your profile on what you're posting. Right, so the post that you put out is really important. Someone reached out to me this week, just actually yesterday, and I think he'd be on this webinar right now. So it's saying that, you know what, they've been struggling for 6 months of no results. And I take a quick look, and this could be Facebook, could be any profile. Take a look at the Instagram profile, because you message on Instagram, and there's good pictures of him, but nothing that shows me that he is serious about his business, right? There's another person that reached out to me. I click on their profile and it's nothing about business. And then there's the other extreme. They click on the profile and it's all about how great their company is. You can retire early. You can make 6 figures really quickly. These are things that are scaring people away, all right? When people go there, I would say you want to increase curiosity and decrease alarm. People are very, very skeptical. Another thing is people buy your change. You don't need to make a lot of money. Some of you who are new here and new to the profession, you don't need to have made like 6 figures, but you need to have a change, a commitment, and consistency. I want you to write that down. People buy your change, your commitment, and consistency. Post that somewhere. Share it with your teams. And now change could be, hey, on a Tuesday night, I'm here learning, right? Instead of watching TV, watching Netflix, I'm learning. Or I know we have people out in the Philippines. We have people out in Europe. Europe is really late at night. In the Philippines, 6 a.m. in the morning, to 9 a.m. in the morning. Instead of doing other stuff, you are on a webinar learning, right? That is a change. That's a commitment that you're making. And posting that, sharing that all the time. That's why I told you, if you tag me in the story, I'll post you. Just share that all the time. I'm learning about my business. I'm doing this business. Because when you do that, people get convinced, hey, your business is big time. You do have a serious business. Some of you have clicked on a profile. I can tell it's a serious business. Because it's not, I can't tell some of you, maybe not everyone, it's the people here, I can't even tell some network marketers are in business, right? Come on. So people buy your change, commitment, consistent. If you're on this webinar, post you're on this webinar, share with people. It could be a story, it could be a post, but share with that, okay? Here's the thing. Here's the concept of, when people are judging. People listen to those who have authority. Let me ask you, type in a 3 if you have sent out a video and people don't look at it. Type in a 3. If you had type in a 3, right? Now, there is sometimes that happens. You have lots of 3s, right? There's a time when, there's just a bad prospect. But sometimes you have people who are decent prospects, but they still don't look at it. Why? It's because they don't have authority. Now, let me ask you something. If you have someone that I want everyone to think of someone that you have influence over, right? You have influence, or they look up to you, right? You look up to you, right? And they recommend you to read a book. Would you read it? Or how about this? If you go here and you see this guy here, this guy recommends you to read a book. Would you read that book? Right? Or these girls, you know, cute, they go and they're very cute, right? They're sweet, and they tell you should read this business book, or you should read this book on health. Would you read that? Probably not, right? They're selling Girl Scout cookies, and maybe they're young, you probably. But let me ask you, if I recommended a good business book for you that teaches you how to post better content, would you read that book? Now, you will read it not because I'm smarter, right? It's not because I'm smart, by the way. It's because I've created that authority through the content I create. And one of the content, you know, whether it's the Instagram, the daily pep talks, right? Whether it's the posts I do on Facebook pep talks, the Facebook post, or over 600 episodes of the podcast. That's the reason I've created a podcast. Now, you don't need to create a podcast. You could just be posting, teaching every day. Do a quick Facebook Live. It creates authority and creates curiosity, and people see your change and your commitment. Right? So one of the ways is provide value with content. You're getting back to the person that messaged me when I looked at his profile. There's no value in this content. Now, there are great pictures, nice looking pictures. So if you're a photographer, yeah, I'll listen to it, right? Well, what do you post on Facebook? Teach something, right? Have you learned something? Teach. Get a book and teach and read. You know, you can find a blog post and teach it. Right? One of the easiest ways to contact is you can inspire, entertain, or teach. One of the easiest ways to create authority is to teach. Take something, take a book, and then share this. Right? Take something you learned from today and teach it. For example, one of the things you can teach, I just put people, buyer, change, commitment, consistency. Post that and talk about why that's important. That's a way of teaching. And showing up, do a Facebook Live. Talk about what motivated your day. Talk about the challenges you had. You know, a good one is gratitude post. What are you grateful for? Congrats to your team member for doing this. Or, you know, I know, Dean, you're on here. I'm grateful for my mentor, Danny, for doing all these presentations for me, making my business easy. I'm so grateful for it. Next time you, right, take a picture and post that. People are seeing that, well, this guy, how is he helping your business? What are you doing? It creates curiosity. Okay, does this make sense? Okay, a gratitude post, or anytime a team member, doesn't even need to be your downline, someone in your company has a rank advancement, hey, congrats to them because they grew their business. That creates curiosity. And you're teaching them, what do they do? What do they do that make them successful? Maybe they got outside the comfort zone. They took a leap of faith. They were afraid of risk, but did it anyway. It actually, one of the best posters shares stories of people that handle objections. Right? So what's a common objection? No money? Right? You know a no money objection? I always collect stories of people with no money. I used to share the story all the time. One of my friends, he's a musician. He sold his guitar on eBay to get started in a business. He took a leap of faith, sold his guitar on eBay, and then within 6 months, he made enough money to buy even better guitar, brand new one. So you share these stories, okay? You share it. And so the easiest ways to teach, and you can see, the lesson is you teach, like, this person took a leap of faith and got outside of his comfort zone, okay? There's lots of stories you can teach. One of the easiest ways is to look at the top earners in your company. Find something there that you can teach. Another thing, establish authority, do live videos. Do live videos. I don't know if she's on here. One of my coaching clients, she did live videos. Started it, and immediately people started respecting, listening to her. She got a couple customers that way. Right, Dean, when you got started, you did a couple of live videos. Immediately, Walmart can ask you, what are you doing? Starts conversations. Right? So how you show up is really important. That is actually the closing. People made up their mind already. When you set up the video, they look at your profile. Do I want to join this person or not? Do I respect them? Do I listen to them? I'm sorry, it's actually kind of cruel, brutal, but that's the way people are judging you. Look at you. Do I like the way you look? What are you? Are you a real person? Or do you just talk trash? I don't care what the video, I'm not joining you. Okay? All right. So next, strategy number 2 is you're really selling them that they can do it. You're not selling how people think, oh, I got to sell them how great my company is, my products is, my service. No, you're selling. If you want people to join, you're selling them how easy it is. Okay, how easy it is to do. It's not about, because if you have the greatest company, but they don't think they can do it, they're not going to join. So use tools. I'm going to share with you in a second what to say. Use tools. Use three-way calls, right? That's very important. Or three-way texts. That's another. If you don't have three-way calls, I always prefer them better. But if you can't do that, use three-way texts. You want someone else to do the talking and presenting for you and helping you guide the close. The more you talk, the more you lose. When you sound like a salesperson, you either two things happen. You give the best presentation and people don't think they can sell, or you give a terrible presentation and people just like, oh, you're not successful, you're pathetic, and there's a terrible presentation. I'll wait until once you start making money, and then I'll join you. All right? How many of you ever get people ask, have you ever had prospects ask you how much you're making? How much you're making? If that's the case, it's because you're talking too much, and you're not giving a great presentation. There's not enough posture. Not enough posture. Okay? Use a three-way text. Now, inviting people. I know a lot of purpose-driven networkers here. You know this. Use the magic script. Magic script. I'm working on something. How do you ask someone if they're interested? I'm working on something exciting. It may or may not be for you. Would you be open to taking a look? Okay, I'm working on something exciting. It may or may not be for you. Would you be open to taking a look? Don't overcomplicate it. Add new words in there. Don't start, because what happens if you add and customize it? What happens? The whole meaning changes. We have a lot of purpose-driven networkers here. Let me ask you, does it work? Dan, Cristante, does this work? Right? Lena, does it work? It works. Joe, it works. People send this out to lots of people. It works. I'm working on something exciting. This may or may not be for you. Would you be open to taking home? They say yes. Well, what is it? Right? News. I know it works. Dean sends it out. Works. Celeste sends it out. Works. And then you use the tool. Take a quick look at the video. It'll explain everything. Okay, take a quick look at a video. It'll explain everything. So, yeah, thank you, purpose-driven networkers. You're sharing. Those who are not purpose-driven networkers, you should check out our community. We prospect 11 times a week. But use the script, okay? We do this every day. We just copy and paste it. Use it. That's what I'm sharing with you. Okay, thank you, Tyrone. Pooja, thank you. It works. Strategy number 3, okay? Thank you for sharing with that. Number 3 is closing prospects. The closing process. The closing process. This is how you close. Let me let you before I talk about this. A lot of you are not closing. You got to close and sign up people with urgency. Okay? Urgency. You got to always be closing. So I'm sharing the process. Step 1, you send out the video after using the magic script. Okay? So you use the magic script. I'm working on something exciting. I may or may not be for you. Would you be open to taking a look? And they say yes. You send them the video. You follow up and ask, what did you like best about the video? They say, now they may say, yeah, this is not for me, and you move on. But they say, well, I kind of, it's okay, it's pretty interesting. You ask them, why is that, you know, I like the part about the, you can work from home. You can stay, you don't need to expose yourself. You ask them, why is that really not important? I know for health, aside from health reasons, why do you want to work from home? Why is that important? When you start sharing, and then you immediately get your upline on a 3-way call or 3-way text, and you edify that upline, okay? The upline will answer questions. And by the way, if you have questions, go to the Q&A tab. I'll answer your questions afterwards, okay? I see you, Arlie, I do see a question from you. So the upline asks basically asks a question, and you basically, hey, is there anything I can do to help you get started? The person may ask a question, answers the question, and close again. The upline may close already, give it back to you, which is step 6, and you close. Can I help you get started? The person says, no, I don't understand. I really don't understand how the products work. Answer the question. You close it. You answer the question. You close again. Prospect says, no, still has a question. You answer the question. You close again. Everyone, you must close the person. You must ask for the sale. Okay, this is, I mean, here's it is. People sometimes in network marketing think, oh, it's not selling. That's total BS. I'm sorry. I'm from Brooklyn, New York. So you are selling and selling and selling and hardcore selling. Because you're not selling, and by the way, we're all selling. I sold you to be on this webinar. You sold your kids to do something, right? The last time your friend told you to eat, your wife told you to go out to this restaurant to eat, she sold you to do something. We're all selling here. You have to sell. If you can't sell, you're not going to make any money. Okay, and to sell, you have to close the person. It's not like most people like, here's the thing. Your prospects are not like, oh, go away, and when you're ready, come to me. If you have that attitude, you're not making any money. You got to always be closing. Okay, they're long gone. Yes, why don't you take a look at information and get back to me? I'll call you tomorrow. Has that ever happened to you? Right? And what happens to the people? They never join. And by the way, you have to, Lily, you have to change your mindset, because by the way, we're not manipulating people, because I believe if you are on here, you believe that your products can change someone's life. You believe your service can help someone save money. You believe network marketing is the way to go, right? I know that's why you're on here. So you believe that you must get them in. You must sign them up. You cannot let them go. Now, I'm saying, I want to clarify. If someone just watches a video and says, oh, I'm not interested. Okay, they're not interested. But if someone watches the video, has questions, seems they're interested, you got to get them in. You cannot let them go. And a lot of you let them go. Lena, I know you're ready to sign someone up. That's why I sent out the email. After tonight, you're going to go tonight, message them, you're going to sign someone up. You got to sign them up because you can't help them. And you can't let them off the hook. So I want to talk about strategy number 4. Okay. It's the short selling cycle. It's a selling cycle. So what's the definition of a selling cycle? It's basically how long it takes for someone to buy something. All right? Selling cycle is how long it takes for someone to buy something. So buying a house is a long selling cycle, right? How long does it take for someone to, for example, by the time they get an agent, they start looking to actually buy a house? How long does it take? Right? How long does it take? A couple of months, right? If it's fast, it would be maybe a couple of weeks. But normally a couple of months could take 1 to 2 years. So if the agent shows a house and the person says, I'm not interested, is the agent worried that person's going to go with another agent? It's not going to buy? If the agent says, all right, no way, this is not my house. Okay, the agent lets them go. They're not worried because it's a long selling cycle. It takes months of follow-up. Okay, that's a long selling cycle. Now, another scenario is renting a house. It's a much shorter selling cycle. And the agent knows that. If you need to rent a house, you're not going to wait. How long is the selling cycle for renting a house? Is it months? How long do people take to look around before they decide to rent? A month, maybe. Couple of weeks. All right? No longer than probably a day in Toronto. Yes, but quickly. It's quick. It's not long. And the agent knows that she's got to get this person a place. Or if they're happy, they're going to go off with another agent or find someone else. Right? Then you got to show as many houses as quickly as possible, because the person, normally when you're looking to rent a house, your lease is up and there's like an urgency. Okay, it brings my memories. 3 years ago, I had to move, and it was like crazy. It was like in 21 days because of a vacation. We had to move somewhere, right? When we first moved here. So short selling cycle. Now, here's another one. Finding a place to eat on a vacation. So just say recently I was driving, we went to Santa Barbara, we went to this place, and we're hungry, we stopped by, we're looking at, my wife was like, well, we need some food. What do we do for dinner? I was like, I don't know the restaurants. So we go on Yelp. And how long is that selling cycle? How long is that selling cycle? A few minutes. Right? We go on Yelp, look at review, look at the menu, and within minutes, or sometimes you're walking the street, you see a couple of restaurants with menus, they try to convince you. If their restaurant cannot get me to sell, they will lose me forever, because I'm not going back to that town. Maybe you're on the long road, you stop. So that's a short selling cycle, right? And their restaurants know it. They got to get them in quick, or else you lose them forever, because I'm not going back to that town. So the selling cycle for network marketing is also very, very short. Extremely short. That's why if you let your prospect off the hook, they're not going to join. We're talking about the urgency. That's why you got to close right away. Okay, they get buyer's remorse. You know what? You know why it's very, very short too? They may talk to, they Google, they find 1 or 2 friends that didn't do work, and all of a sudden they're out of it. It's extremely short. You get a, and your mindset is basically, if you let them off the hook, you're gone. You're gone. Close quick and close often. Now, it doesn't mean they'll never join, because I believe every prospect is going to either join, buy, or give you a referral in their lifetime. But if they don't sign up then, you know what's going to happen? They're going to take you 6 months, 1 year, 2 years, 3 years to get them back. You know, they will eventually, but they're not going to do it right now. And most importantly, you're not going to be able to help them. Okay? You can't let your prospects off the hook. If you let the prospect off the hook, the mindset's really, it's gone. It's gone. You know, when I was recruiting, I said, I got to sign up this person today. If I can't sign up this person, maybe at best tomorrow or 2 days from on the follow-up call. If it's not, it's never going to happen. Some people will sign up people. Do you agree to that? Do you agree? Like, if you let the person off the hook, and maybe, like, for example, you talk to prospect Tuesday night, if you don't sign them up tonight, and definitely if you don't get them in by Friday, it's like a 95% chance the person's not signing up. Because I know a lot of you, how many of you lost people like that? Right? Because they get distracted. You know, the thing is, if people get distracted, right? They're excited on Tuesday night because they look at the video, they're excited. It is not a logical decision. They make the decisions not based on logic, because based on logic, everyone should do network marketing. It's an emotional decision, right? Because here, on Patrick, you're right. Tuesday, they're excited. They're going to do this. On Wednesday, they got to work with kids' homework. Thursday, just find out, oh my goodness, the LA schools just canceled their school because of the pandemic, do online courses. Now what I'm going to do, what's going to happen to my schedule? On Friday, they're so tired. Oh my goodness, they're like, we just relax on Netflix. We just need some Netflix to relax. Saturday, we got, what are we going to do for the kids? They're gone already. They're not thinking about your business. They're not like, oh, I can't wait for that awesome business. I can't wait to join. They're not like that. It's not like buying a house. Oh, I can't wait for that dream house. They're not thinking about it. Okay? So the selling cycle is really, really short. Now, let's move on. Strategy number 5 is you have to sell your excitement and confidence. It's your excitement and confidence that gets them to sign up. It's not what you say, but how you say it. It's your energy. It's the energy, how you say it. And a lot of you, when you're nervous and scared, you're like, hey, you're nervous and scared about it. You're not excited. You know, if you're nervous and scared, then why would they join? Put yourself in a positive state. Listen to music, dance, do push-ups, do silly dances. I don't know what you do, meditate, do something. I don't pray, whatever. Get yourself in a positive state, right? You need to be excited. So, for example, sell your excitement and the confidence on the phone and video. That's why I always prefer to be on the phone or on the video call with prospect, because you can see face to face. They can see how excited you are. They can see you being a professional. You can see how confident you are, the future leader. You're selling your excitement and confidence. It's not what you say, because a lot of top leaders, they join the business, they don't fully know everything about the company, but people join them anyway, because they know the secret is excitement and confidence. On text, right? Share your excitement on text. Share your excitement on the social media post. Share that with emojis, or you can voice, leave an audio message. Social media posts, I talk about that. I'm on a webinar. I can't wait. Most people are pretty negative about 2020. Right? Wouldn't you agree? Most people are pretty negative about this year. Especially you live in the US. We got pandemic. The virus is creeping up again. We have all this politics going on. We have all this stuff going on, right? The economy is not going well, the unemployment, but you're excited. You post about your excitement. Guess what? People are like, what's wrong? What's going on with you? They will start being, people are like, you're different. What's happening with you? All right? Sell your excitement and confidence. Okay? This is one thing you don't do. More info. Don't sell. If your prospect's not signing up, it's because you're not excited enough. You don't have confidence enough. And you didn't pre-close them, right? Authority. It starts with number 1, authority. You have the authority, people listen to you. And you're excited. If you have authority from your content you create and your excitement, your confidence, people join you. More info doesn't join. More info causes overwhelm, and more info loses sales. Because they don't know what to do. You know what they'll say? If you give them more info, they'll say, I need to think about it. How many of you have that? Those are the dreaded words. I need to think about it. And then what happens? Do they ever join? I need to think. People would say, no, I need to think about it. 90% of them, 95% of people never join. and they're still thinking about it. Some of you have prospects, it's been a couple months, and they're still thinking about it. They're not thinking about it. The selling cycle is over. They're distracted. Remember, we're in a distraction economy, right? Someone else distracted them from your business. They're thinking about something else. They're thinking about something else. Next strategy. As you want to get prospects to convince themselves. Ooh, what I just say? Prospects to convince themselves? Yes, I'm going to teach you how. But first, here's a slap of reality. Everyone here is a liar. Yeah, you are a liar. You lie. You're a liar. Your prospects think you're a liar. According to the prospects, you are a liar. Everything you say about your company stuff, you're a lie. Because they know, you know why? If I join your business, you're going to make money. That's why it's so good. All right? Your products, you say that, it's because you're good. They deep down, your prospects are not dumb. They know your business, your service, your products. They're saying how good it is because deep down, you're going to make money. So I don't really believe you. It's 1 year in, 1 year out. How many of you, let me ask you this. How many times have you told a prospect something and don't remember what you told them? Have that ever happened to you? Type in a 3. You told them something and they don't remember, right? Because they're tuned out already. They are not listening to you because they're saying, you're a liar. I don't need to pay attention to what you're saying. They sit through a presentation, you're lying. This is all BS. I don't believe this. I'm not listening to it. Or they just listen. It's 1 year in, 1 year out. They listen, they hear it. There's a thing between listening and hearing. They hear it, but they actually don't listen because it doesn't even register in their brain. They totally don't remember. Now, here's the good news though. There's a way to around this. And remember this, whatever comes out of your mouth is a lie. And I tell you, that's not necessarily true, but this is one of my mantras that really helped me. I always remind myself, whatever comes out of my mouth is a lie. But whatever the prospect says is true. Hey, whatever the prospect says is true. Whatever comes out of your mouth is a lie. So if you say that, it's a lie. So whatever I say to my prospect is a lie, but whatever the prospect says is true. So I'll give you an example. You want to ask questions. Here's a trick. You want to ask questions to get your prospect to say what you wanted to say. I'm going to let this sit a little bit. You want your prospects, you want to ask questions to get your prospects to say what you wanted to say. Right? So what do I mean by that? What do you mean by that? So instead of telling them how important it is to have a second income stream, right? Have we ever told that to a prospect? It's really important to tell your prospect. It's really important to have an extra income. You ever said that to a prospect before? Type in a 4. You said that. It's important to protect, right? Instead of telling them, because you know what, Lena, you told me, Joe, you're a liar, Joe. You're Lena. Lena, you're a liar. Nils, you're a liar. Maria, you're a liar. I don't believe it because you just want me to join. Neil, you're a liar. Amy, you're a liar. Jeff, you're a liar. But you ask, see, the prospect doesn't listen to you. So you ask them instead, in today's age, why would you want a second income stream? Let me ask you, in today's age, why would you want an income stream? And then the prospect starts talking about it. What does the prospect just do? When a prospect answers that question, what did the prospect just do? They opened up, and more importantly, they sell themselves. Exactly. They convince themselves. Right? They say, oh, you know what? I do need it because, I see my parents, they kind of lost their retirement and the people switch jobs, the economy, the pandemic's not that good. They close themselves. Yes, Christy, they close themselves. So that's the secret. Let your prospect close themselves. Can they convince themselves? Here's another one. How many of you said that you can make a part-time income? You can make a full-time income that's so good you can make money. Don't ask that. Ask them, hey, with your commitment and dedication, would you want to earn $500 a month or would you want to make a full-time income? Ask your prospect. You're very committed. You're dedicated to your hard work. Yet, would you want to, with your work ethic, if you want to say, with your commitment and work ethic, would you want to earn $500 a month or would you want to make a full-time income? They would say, well, I would want to make 500 and then afterwards I think I could make 1,000, 2,000, 3,000 a month. They just convince themselves. Here's another one. Instead of saying to them that it's not smart to just rely on a job for secure retirement, ask them, do you believe it's possible to have a good retirement just from working on a job? Let me ask you, you seem you have an awesome job, right? Is it possible to have a good retirement just from working at that job? And what would they say? What would most of your prospects say? They'll say, no, well, I don't know, not really. I stay up and I'm a little kind of worried about it, right? Now, all of a sudden, they convince themselves. They close themselves. And right after, they say, well, you know what? Let me help you get started then. You see how beautiful this works? It's like magic, okay? That's the key. You can take any benefit that your company has, okay? Calvin, I'm glad you appreciate this. Okay? It's like gold. It's like, think about it like, whatever you want to tell them, don't tell them. Ask them, come up with a question and get them to say it. Because remember, you are a liar. You say it, they don't believe you. That's why all the stuff you tell them, they don't remember it. But put in a question and then they convince themselves. Last strategy number 7 is use proven scripts. I'm going to give you, Jeff, appreciate it, glad it's helpful. Use proven scripts. So here's some scripts that'll help you out. On a scale 1 to 10. All right, this is one of my favorite. I like to start off with this. So after your prospect watches the video, right? You ask them, hey, on a scale of 1 to 10, 10 being ready to get started, and 1 meaning this is not for you, where are you right now? They'll say, now, if they say 1 or 2, then most of the time, they say, well, anything I can do to get you a 10? They say, no, it's not for me. Then you would just thank them and you move on. Okay? It's not for them. But if they say it's most of the time, if someone is, and this is when you have to close them. If they say a 1 or 2, and then whatever, they're just bad prospects. If they say, let me think about it. So, well, on the scale 1 to 10, where are you? Right? If they say it's a 6, it's a 7, a 6. Well, what can I do to help you get to a 10? Okay, what can I do to help you get to a 10? And if they think, I got to think about it, well, this is the way you answer that objection, right? Dave, what do you have to think about? I agree you have to think about it. By the way, what do you have to think about? Is it my professionalism? No, is it the reputation of the company? Is it the quality of the products? Is it my leadership? Is it this? Is it this? And then, because you want to get the objection out. The whole goal is to get the objection out. So they may say, I'm a 6. Well, what can I do to help you get a 10? Well, I don't really know I have the time to do this. I'm really busy right now. So that's the time objection. You answer the objection, and then you close again. You got it? If they say, I need to think about it, don't tell them, oh, you don't need to think about it. They'll be defensive. Or what do you have to think about? Right? Sometimes, what do you have to think about? They'll be like, oh, they're not going to tell you what they're going to think about. So you want to, this is all psychology. You know, selling is all psychology. You say, hey, I absolutely agree you need to think about it. And then what will they say? Right? So they would say, yeah, because you're on their side. And they say, well, just out of curiosity, what do you have to think about? Is it my professionalism? And now they feel offended. Oh, no, it's not, Simon, you're good. Is it my presentation? Oh, no, it's really, really good. Is it the quality of the products? Oh, no, I think, is it this? Is it this? Sooner or later, you get to something. Come up with, you should write these down. Is it quality of the products? Is it how you get paid? Is this my team? Is it the social media? Is it this? Is it the busy schedule? Sooner or later, they think, yeah. You know, I love everything, but it's my schedule. So you bring the objection out. You answer the objection, and then you go right to the next close. After you answer the objection, hey, by the way, do you have any other questions or concerns before I can help you get started? Do you have any other questions or concerns before I help you get started? And then they say, oh, yeah, one more thing. If they say, yeah, no, I'm ready. Good, let me get you. I just need to confirm a couple of information, and then we'll get you going. And you get the credit card details. Right? That's how you start. No, if they say, no, well, one more thing. I do have, how are you going to support me? Because you live in California, and I live out in Nova Scotia in Canada. But I answer that question, and I close again. So after I answer that question, how would you support? Hey, anything else I could do to help you get started? Right? And then they may say, oh, yeah, another objection. I don't think I have many friends that can do this business. Well, I'll talk about answer the objection, talk about social media. Then I ask them again, anything else can I get you going now? Okay, by the way, this is being recorded, be sent out. So you keep closing all the time. You answer the objection, you close. Remember, you cannot let them off the phone. Once you let them off, it's over. You let them off the, once you let them off the hook, there's a very small percentage, but 95% is never going to come back. Okay, 95%, success 20, thank you. 95% is not going to come back. This is the only chance you have to get a sign up. If you want to sign up and be a top recruiter, this is the only chance. You let them off, there's no chance. Okay, you got to have a mindset, oh, I'm going to let them go, and then, you know, if they ask, I need to ask my partner first. Well, yeah, sure, let's 100% agree. So let's get your partner on right now. Okay, they don't answer after. Well, yeah, you let them off the hook. They normally don't answer anyway. You have to see it this way. It is do or die. I'm sorry to be so extreme, right? If you don't close them, normally they don't even pick up a reply back to you, right? Type in a 5 if it happen. You let the prospect go, they don't even reply back to you. So if you want to make an impact, you got to close them at that time. This is your money-making time. There's one chance you get it or strike out. It's not like, oh, you get a second, third, fourth chance. Okay, you absolutely got to sign them up right then. Okay, share a couple of things. 6-figure close. Share a bunch of questions. Then you can use these questions anytime. Okay, so I call it a 6-figure close, but this is what I use to sign up one of my friends. And by the way, this one took a couple of follow-ups. Right? He didn't sign up. Like I said, if they don't sign up, doesn't mean they'll never join. It's just you need lots of more follow-up, but lots of more work. I used a 6-figure close. Yes, hey, are you interested to make more money? Do you see how this business can help you make more money? Right? When you want to start making more money. That's how you get started. And then when's the best time? When do you want to start making more money? Now. Great. Okay, let's get you started. Okay? Are you interested in making more money? Okay, do you see how this business can help you make more money? When do you want to start making more money? And you sign them up right there. By the way, you can use this. This works really well. You can use this for anything. You can use it for customers as well, right? So someone type in a product, like a supplement, right? Energy drink. Are you interested to have more energy? Do you see ABC product helps you with more energy? Well, when do you want to start having more energy? Today. Good. Let me get you started. You have weight loss. Are you interested to lose weight? Do you see how this product helps you lose weight? When do you want to start losing weight? Right? Do you see, are you interested in being healthier? Do you see how we can help you become healthier? Well, when's the best time for you to start becoming, when's the best time for you to start becoming healthier? When do you want to start being healthier? Right? And then give you another one. And it's smooth because I've been doing this for almost 20 years. Okay, 20 years. Now, some of you service, travel, right? Are you interested to save money on trips? Do you see how we can help you save a lot of money when you travel? Or when do you want to start saving some money? Right? Are you interested to save money on your next vacation, next trip? Do you see how we can save you a lot of money right away? When do you want to start saving money? Or your skincare. Hey, are you interested to look younger? I know you want to look younger. Do you see how our product can help you remove your wrinkles and make you look younger? Or when you want to start looking younger? The woman's like, oh, this second, right? So right there. So this works amazing. Okay. Has this been good? What's your number one takeaway so far? We did a lot of things. I'm going to take a sip of water. What's your number? And we have a lot of good questions here. So stay on to the end. And by the way, tag me in a post. If you tag me, especially on the story, I will repost you. Okay. I'm going to take a sip of water here. I'm reading it. Close fast. Urgency. Yeah. Good. Urgency. Always be closing. Yes, yes. Close fast. Yes, I'm a liar. That thing is going to change you. You're a liar. Whatever you say is going to be a lie. You have to get them to say what you want them to say. Sell your excitement. Okay, good. It's not what you say, it's how you say it. So let me ask you something. I'm going to ask you a couple questions, good questions coming in. And by the way, click on a question tab if you have one. And what is the number one skill again? What's the number one skill? Okay, what's the consistency, right? Consistency. If you want people, I know a lot of you are done. How many of you are so excited to use these scripts I share with you, right? Because it makes sense. Type into me, you're excited. But it really is about consistency. You have to start using consistency, because consistency creates mastery. I know Lena said it was very smooth, because I've done this for almost 20 years, 17 and a half years. Okay, you do it all the time. And here's another thing that's important though, right? Is that you need to consistently adding new people to your pipeline. You need to be posting on social media. You need to be inviting, follow up, because if you without it, you're not going to have people to close, right? You need to be inviting all the time. So let me share with you something that helps you with consistency. A lot of you have been on here, just to share real quick, and then we'll go to questions. Here's how you can get more done in 45 minutes in this last 6 months. There's a new type of event I started. It's called BYOB Workshop. How many of you heard of BYOB? Type in one. I think a lot of you have been on BYOB, like Cindy, Nils, right? Celeste, been on. You love, I know, Lena, you love BYOB. So those whenever you need to get on BYOB, okay, this is a game changer for you. Thank you. Look at all the comments coming in. Thank you, everyone, for typing about BYOB. This is a new type of event that gets you results and not just pages of notes. So I'm going to just take a couple minutes and then I'm going to answer the questions about BYOB, because this will get you more results in just 45 minutes than in 6 months. And you ask Jeff Bowden, he started like maybe 6 weeks, 7 weeks ago, got like 2 or 3 signups just from being on BYOB, being more purpose-driven networkers. All right. I'm going to have Emma Romano share real quickly, and I'll talk about BYOB a little bit.
Hi, my name's Emma Romano, and it's the first time I've actually been involved in anything like this. I have spent the whole day with Simon, and I've met about 100 people in the room. I've been involved in an online company now for a year and a half, and in the last few hours, just in the morning in the first half hour, I have sent out so many messages and follow-ups, and I'm not joking. Today, I have had more feedback and people asking for my links and videos in one day than they have been in a whole year and a half. So I wasn't going to come to this because I'm thinking, you know, it was only a little bit of money too. It's been like $50 or something. It's the best $50 I've ever spent. And I've just signed up for his other stuff, and I'm so excited. And